This and every show shall be dedicated to my man DJ Eastwood. Rest in peace, boy.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Another episode of the
TheFatBulCatchWreckShow.
Welcome. Shout out to us because we made it to episode 5. Wow.
Fizzy.
Wow.
5.
Feel kind of accomplishment-y.
Yeah.
It's your boy.
5 mics.
5 mics. Five is a good number. 5 is a good number.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good show. It's your boy, AKA warm my food up in the oven. Don't microwave me, fam. I'm gonna need a toaster oven or an air fryer. I've never heat my food up in the microwave. Don't do that to me. How y'all feeling? Alongside me, as I always, I got my man
William. AKA, I'm the air fryer's best friend.
Y'all
Air
besties.
fryer. Matter of fact, AKA the toaster oven. Bring back the toaster oven. Yo.
Toaster oven was major.
Toaster. Yo, man. I remember at my job, I used to make whole meals in the toaster oven. Word is born. I make flatbread pizza. I had a flatbread. I had a sauce. I had the cheese. And I had some type of chicken, some type of turkey sausage. And I'd make that joint right at work. And people were like, yo, where'd you get that from? I made it.
In a toaster oven.
In a toaster oven.
Yo, toaster oven be making mad things real sick. They still got them, but everybody's doing the air fryer.
Yeah, air fryer is good, though.
They got money for fries. Like, if you
and wings. I made some banging jerk wings.
Some wings. You want to remix some wings, but just 9 out of 10, oven's best.
Yeah.
Just a
good old
throw
oven.
that joint in the oven. And keep
You could
it
do a
moving.
campfire.
Yeah, if I was like,
the grill.
a slave. I'll do working daughter. The campfire, I got on some vittles. But we are in the building. It's been a slow news week, but there are things afoot. First I want to shout out everybody that I talk to on a normal that gives me advice on the show or honest feedback, because I appreciate it.
Yes.
Shout out to my boy Mandel. We talked ad nauseum about the show and different things, and it's just regular people that we talking to, and he was like, my son, shout out to Lil Vic, he gave me a whole thing of yeah, Pop, you need to do it like this, and y'all mean and he's speaking for the youth, but I told him, it's like, I don't know if I'm in that wheelhouse, because I'm an old head, man, so I'm gonna have old head views now. Like, the TheFatBulCatchWreckShow show that you would have came on at 20.
It's totally different.
Woo,
It would have been crazy.
Yeah. We got a couple of topics. The first one is, I seen something on the internet this week. Somebody was very upset that they were called a female.
Oh, man.
And I did not know that the term female is a derogatory, misogynistic term. And I'm just trying to figure out at what point did this happen? And why not male is just as strong as offensive word as it is female? Well, I did some digging, and it comes to people are saying that the term female, you really mean bitch. But it's a nice way of saying, instead of saying, look at those bitches over there. Look at those females over there. Now, I don't know where they reaching this from, because in my head, I don't see the term as being negative. So then they get deeper. Would you call your mother a female? And I said, I think I would. Even in saying, yo, you shouldn't have been talking like that because my mom is in here and you shouldn't be in front of females talking like that. I could be saying something positive.
Yeah.
But in my head, I don't look at me calling a woman a female as a negative thing, because I don't mean no negative thing to it. I don't know where I was taught, but in my head, it's the opposite of a male.
Yeah.
You have men, you have women. You have males, you have females.
Yeah. Well,
Dudes, chicks.
Well, now it's a whole other gender, a whole different ballgame now. Gender is a really touchy subject because of, you have gender fluid, all kind. I don't even know all of the LBG.
Oh yeah, like cis male. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't.
I know I sound like an old head. I know I'm sitting here like I don't know what we need a course to educate us because I would never want a woman. I just almost said female. I did just this second. I stopped myself. I said I wouldn't want a female to feel that I'm being disrespectful. Yeah. But I'm saying I would use it in a general term.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, but I've usually said woman. I think the worst thing I probably would say was Johns when I was younger. But
is John derogatory now?
That's more of a.
Would you rather be called
Philadelphia
a John?
area?
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, that's definitely
it's
a
like,
local John.
it's slang, but.
But I didn't know, like the new thing, mulatto, right? There's an artist named Mulatto. Mm-hmm. They're saying the term mulatto is derogatory because it came from this word meaning you were the best horse out of a donkey and a horse. And you were the best breed of horse because you're a mulatto. So it's like you mix in the mix of the two races. Yeah, it's a derogatory term. Yeah, there's a whole artist out here got herself. Her name is Mulatto, and she catching a lot of flack. No, not flack, but she's like I didn't know. Yeah. I might change my name, but I've been called this my whole life. Yeah, we never have you thought the term mulatto was disrespectful. Yeah, right? Am I right or wrong? Yeah. I mean, so now somebody said they did a little digging.
Kind of because of, during slavery and then, Jim Crow, the whole thing with color, and then the whole thing with mixed race has always been, something taboo on both sides. You know what I'm saying? And, but, nowadays, words are very dangerous now. You can say
I don't like it.
Yes,
I don't like it.
That's just the world we're living in. Just like I heard the other day that, and I don't want to offend anybody, but for people that have red hair, to call them a ginger is a slur too.
Hey, man, please stop it. Stop it. We're not doing that. We're not doing this. We're not. I get tired of America and everybody just like ease up. I am of the cloth of the sticks and stones. Yeah. I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you say to me. If it don't fly, I let it. Well, damn, I messed that up. But if it don't apply, I let it fly. Yeah. That's the way I roll. You could say, "Oh, Vic, you a dirty, low down, such and such." Okay.
But like growing up, did you ever have issues with people being called black? People didn't want to be called. If they said that you were part African or you were African, you were, that was a.
Yeah, it was a diss to me.
It was a diss.
Yeah, don't call me African.
To me, it wasn't a diss because
I'm not from Africa.
But you have African
DNA.
Yes.
So does Tommy from up the street, but he doesn't call himself Irish because he got over here from Ireland. He's not Irish. He's American.
But most Irish people say I'm Irish.
We're
black people, the only people that don't do that.
Yeah, I don't like to associate myself with Africa.
Why?
Because I don't have any desire to reach out and be. I don't feel like Africa is in my DNA. Wow. There's people that do.
That's terrible.
Nah, why not? Because there's people that do. It's people that sit there and say, "Oh, but you don't know what tribe you from. You know what somebody tell you."
Exactly.
So I know what city I'm from.
And that's the sad part.
I know what city I'm from. I know what city I'm from. I know what city my mom is from. I know what city my grandfather is from.
That's sad, man.
So that you got about maybe 3 or 4 generations.
That's sad.
My peoples and everything they were brought here.
Yeah.
And now they made roots here.
They were brought here from where?
From Africa. Okay. But what I'm saying to you is I don't have a something's not in me that's calling me from my African heritage. That shit don't mean nothing to me.
And it don't have to be, but that's where your origin is from.
No, it's not.
That's
my
actually,
origin is from
the
Philadelphia.
the origin of man is actually from Africa.
Okay, so everybody should be calling themselves African, but they don't. That's what I'm saying. Where's the line? I'm saying my line and my lineage starts in America.
That you know. You don't know nothing.
I can guarantee.
And that's the problem.
What you mean? What's the problem about it? I'm trying to understand. I should be. What part of Africa should I be focusing on? What part?
The part that's in you.
Well, what part is that? Why is that not common
until
knowledge?
You do the research.
Why do I need the research? I'm fine.
Well, that's your opinion.
That's what I'm saying. And what part of Africa are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
No. What part of Africa are you from? Where's your family roots come from?
I haven't done all of the research.
Why not? It's in you, right? It's calling.
Yeah, but
Freedom is coming.
I haven't done all the research. That's something that I plan on doing.
All right. Well, until you find out, and then you'll latch on to that, and that'll be your thing. I'm saying right here, right now, I'm perfectly fine with my roots coming from Missouri. I'm perfectly fine with that knowledge.
But that's not where your roots started from.
What you mean?
That's not where your roots started from.
Why isn't it?
Because
I can go back to the first person and we all cousins, theoretically. But in my everyday life, it only comes from your
Missouri. It didn't start in Missouri.
Where did it start from?
It started in Africa.
No, but where? We don't know, right? Honestly, we don't know.
Because that part was stripped from us on the way over here to Philadelphia.
So that means at some point I got to pick
that part was stripped from when you landed in Strawberry Mansion.
I'm not understanding. I'm trying to understand what you said. I'm saying that I don't feel any part of Africa
and
in my DNA.
And that's your right. That's your right to not feel that way. But when I just have a problem when people deny that part of them.
I don't think I'm denying it. I'm just saying it's not important.
Well,
it's not important to me because if it was that important,
to some people it's not important. To some people it's important.
All right. Here's the thing. Haitian people they went to Haiti, right? And they created their own country. But they came from somewhere.
Yeah, they came
So
from
why aren't there Africans and why they can call themselves Haitian? They could call themselves Haitian because they say, hey, me and my grandparents, I'm from Haiti. Well, you're not from Haiti. You're from somewhere else. But you identify you're living in Haiti. Your great-grandparents, they all came from Haiti. In your mind, you're Haitian. But you came from somewhere else.
They came from Africa.
So that's what I'm saying. Why can they be Haitian? I can't be American.
I didn't see
my roots, when I date back to a couple of generations, they all from Missouri to wherever in the South. And that is where I'm going to take it from. I'm not going to be like, because you can't really, because of the effed up thing about it, you can't really say for sure, yo, my people from Ghana. Yeah, you don't know. Somebody could say, hey, I traced back your DNA and tell you a bunch of things you can't double check because you don't know. You don't know about DNA infrastructure.
Yeah.
They can see and boom. Oh, you actually from Europe. Your lineage goes back to somewhere in Europe. And you're like, dang, all this time I think I'm African, but I'm really Irish. Mm-hmm. They could tell you whatever.
That's why I think that's part of the reason why African Americans are kind of in the state that we're in. Because we don't really have any knowledge of our origin.
Well, we don't
have a common knowledge of our origin.
So why care so much if you know that you're not really going to get a big answer?
But why not? Why not care at all?
It's wasted energy. To me,
no,
it's wasted energy. Like, why am I doing it all the time? To do what? You're not going back to live there. You're going to still stay here. You want your kids to stay here. This is where you want to be. So why am I going to do all that just to find out I'm from Nigeria? Okay, and it ain't going to help me in no way, shape, or form when I fill out these forms putting I'm Nigerian versus I'm American.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So in my thoughts, in my lineage, when somebody asks me, man, I'm just a boy from North Philly.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask me what I identify to, I identify way more to America than anything in Africa. Anything.
Wow.
From the music to the culture.
We're just totally different. I was just raised to have that respect for my history, for culture. Even though I don't...
You have so much respect for it, you never fished it out to see what it was. It's interesting. I'm just saying, I'm just calling it like I said. Yeah. I can sit there all day and say, oh man, but where are you from? Did you do some fact checking and find out what tribe you came from? Those people have a calling for that. Those people feel empty inside and they need to find a connection. And I'm all for that.
I never felt empty inside.
No, I would never say. I'm not saying you. I'm saying people who say they actually do the work.
I just haven't sat down and did the DNA to trace back. We did do it for one of my relatives, my Aunt May. We traced her DNA, and I don't remember all of what the results were, but I know that part of it was Nigeria. So
does that mean that we all are from Nigeria?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, so that's what I would say. Like,
so we're just Americans, red, white, and blue. Trump supporters
no,
wearing a flag on
not
our
at
back.
all. Not at look. It's funny.
Forget Africa.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when is Africa part of me?
We're Americans. We're not black.
You are who you are.
No,
who I identify to.
I'm American.
I'm American. I'm American, and I don't foresee anything as far as me going over there, going to Trump concerts. I ain't got time for that. Only time somebody did it who was Samuel L. Jackson. I think we were talking about it the other day. Samuel L. Jackson took the time and his own money to go back and
he's American anyway. He's not African.
No, I look at him as American.
Yeah.
So when he went over there to go and see and find out his roots. Mm-hmm. Something I'm pretty sure you're about to do soon, at some point in your life, right? Because that's why you feel about we can trade the jabs.
Because we
can trade the jabs all day. For everything you got.
Because I hear African drums in my sleep, like Jumanji, the Jumanji game. Get out of here, man.
What part of it? Why are you so upset about it?
I'm not upset.
You feel away.
No.
Okay. I meant no harm. I'm just saying these are my views.
We have the same argument every single time, so I don't even.
Why does it offend you so much that I don't?
No, that's your opinion. That's your right.
Right.
So don't slight me because I have my opinion.
No, I never slighted you. I said you don't know, and if it was that important, you would know.
I'm gonna do the research, and when I do it, I'll bring it here on the show.
We have a couple of different topics, other than that one. There was a thing came out about a guy. He owns a restaurant, and he doesn't want twerking as establishment. He's an owner of a business that serves brunch, and I think in the South during brunch, it's a culture thing. It's a thing they do.
Yeah, brunch is really jumping.
So I don't know how people are supposed to act. People didn't like his demeanor because he did come off a little aggressive, saying like, if you don't like it, you can get the F out of my restaurant and blah, blah, blah. But people were on both sides. One, look, I'm a paying customer. I can do what I want. If I want to shake a little ass, I've heard women say this. Mm-hmm. If I want to shake a little ass, that's what I want to do. Okay, but I think if an owner of an establishment wouldn't want you to do something and he tells you, because they were standing on the chairs and stuff. Oh, wow. That's how it started. Mm-hmm. They were standing on the chairs and the tables. He was like, please don't do that here. There are places where you can do that. In this establishment, we would like if you didn't. So people say, well, don't play that type of music, because they was playing Meg. And yeah. And so they playing that. Well, they don't play Meg then. Well, as my established dictated on what I'm playing in the background. If I'm playing Redman when you come to my house, that means you can start emptying blunts and dump them on it. You know what I'm saying? But just be reckless.
Or if I'm playing African music, do you have to go back to your roots?
No. No, not at all. You could do what you want.
You're gonna play the Star Spangled Banner.
No, I'm not gonna do that either. I'm just you can do what you want. That's what I'm saying. But in an establishment, I don't think the music's going to dictate what you can do.
Yeah.
So if I don't want twerking, I shouldn't play a certain type of music.
I just think, like, if you're at a club, that's different. You're at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Why do you need to do that?
It's like, I just saw another thing.
It's like
the kids in the costume, like if I want an Elmo, and the ghetto thing is to have Elmo, but in New Orleans, they was playing the booty bounce music at a kid's party, and Elmo was twerking.
Yeah.
No, and they were hyping him up.
Yeah.
Even in that sense, that's a birthday party. I elicit that type. But as a brunch, I don't want you twerking over my eggs.
Yeah.
I don't want you twerking over my waffles.
Well, at the birthday party, Elmo would have had to leave. It's a kid's party, but everybody don't think like that.
No, I agree.
So, I mean, twerking, it is what it is, but it's certain
Did they
places,
have in your opinion, did they have the right to say, don't do this?
It's his establishment.
Okay. Now, when you say, if the guy came out and say, look, if y'all don't, I'll get out. I don't need your business. Would you have been wrong if you had got up and left?
And not pay my tab?
Right. He said he don't need your money.
Yeah, I'm out.
And you twerking, stop twerking. I can't, you out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. People are saying
he
in a
need the
different
money.
city.
He need the money.
In a different city, he wouldn't have been so ballsy to be like, you can get out, I don't need your money.
Yeah. He wouldn't have did that in Philly.
Nah, everybody would have ran from the doors. Oh, for real? They would have twerked out the door like,
Grab some chicken off the plate and twerk back out the door.
You know what I'm saying? They would have definitely done that. Speaking of which, I always think there are some restaurants, the food just tastes better in the restaurant. Like there's no, like you can heat it up, but it doesn't give you that same. I was doing this, I went to Chili's earlier this week, right? So I was able to go out and I was like, yo, I had Chili's delivered a couple months ago.
Yeah,
not the same. I was like, yo, I was mad. I was like, I spent $70 for this. I was like, yo, why you spending so much money on this? And I'm like, yo, I would have enjoyed this meal and it come out still hot. Yeah. Hit your table still smoky.
Chili's.
It's in somebody's car for 20 minutes on its way to you. Yeah. It loses that.
Yeah.
Some things, steak sandwiches, hoagies, even McDonald's, really. You could, but for some place like Chili's, Longhorn, Outback, I'm not going to order from them because I need it right then and there.
Yeah, in the beginning of the pandemic, my family had gotten Olive Garden. Mm-hmm. And, because
the bread tastes different.
It didn't fall. It was in a container. Yeah. You don't get as much, as you would if it was on a plate. It just was different.
Pasta all swirling around on one side.
Sauce right on top.
Yeah. Mushrooms we were scattered.
We were happy to have it because it was something that wasn't in the house.
Right.
And it was something that we eat at Olive Garden a lot. So it was good to have it, but it definitely wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
Yeah, I know. It was a total different. I'm just talking about the food. I'm not talking about ambiance and all. I'm just talking about the eating. I was like, yo, Chili's banging. And I think I just had a bad experience because some stuff don't transfer. Five Guys. I can eat them in the car or when I get home. I'm cool. Mm-hmm. But definitely any type of fried fish, like a Chinese food transports well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird thing. The food tasting better in the restaurant versus that. But it's also a lot of different things. Like there are a lot of different memes coming out. And this Justin LaBoy, everybody seems to post everything this guy says. Justin LA Boy. But the memes contradict. Pause. The memes contradict.
That's like
the meme is like, hey, here's a counterdict. But the memes contradict themselves. Like the same person that'll put up, hey, it's just about me. I don't need no man to make me happy. Will put up the same meme about how, girl, you need to go find you a king. Yeah, people just. I'm just saying, it's funny how we react to a time. Because we'll see something come down our timeline, and you're like, yo, I totally relate. Mm-hmm. But you relate on different things on different days.
Yeah.
You know, some days I'm the best employee. I'm there on time. I'm smiling. I'm doing whatever job I need to do. And they be like, yo, Vic, rock out. And some days I'm like, can I help you? You know what I'm saying? You getting these bad, evil vibes, like on some like, yo, what is you doing, fam? Like, let's get it over with. Let's wrap it up. So,
yes, you know, the internet and social media is just, it's crazy.
I just follow a lot of women, and they always seem to always have the same type of level of, oh, I'm looking for a man, but I'm not going to change who I am.
You follow a lot of women?
Yeah, I do. It's not a problem. Like, if I follow women, like, they follow. You follow who you find interesting. I find certain type of people. It's more their personalities. Mm-hmm. A lot of my followers I get from Vine days. I used to be on Vine. I used to love Vine.
I thought I was too grown for Vine.
Nah, I never made them. I just watched them.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I like Vines.
I'm on TikTok, but I never.
Yeah, that's one thing I won't even download because I just feel like my age is going to show that my first TikTok is going to be me like smoking weed or something. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm TikToking now. Like,
the one TikTok dude that's funny to me is the boy. His name is Rel the Remedy, and he transposes his face on everybody.
Oh, the boy that does the Jay-Z Jones?
No. He just has like this mean look on his face, and he'll put it on his wife. Or his kids.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yo, he's hilarious. Yeah. Shout out to the boy, Rel Remedy.
Yeah, there's a couple of dudes. One high on my list is Ha Davis.
Oh yeah.
Ha, I think is very funny.
It's funny.
From the internet, and I've never seen a stand up, and that's the thing. It's weird. I don't know if they have to like protect
you
it different.
Totally different.
I can sit and watch him do pops. When he do his pops, John, I can watch them Johns all day long.
I like Redo Davis too.
Yeah, Redo's funny.
Is it Redo Davis?
I think.
Or is it Redo?
I call it Redo.
No, it's not. It's Redo, not Redo Davis. Ha Davis.
Yeah, it's Ha Davis. Redo Brown.
Redo Brown, yeah.
I don't know how they pronounce it. It's weird when you follow it, you'll read the name.
Yeah.
But sometimes you put a affect on certain words and it changes the whole name. Like Redo and Redo.
It's Redo.
Yeah. It can say Redo too. Like, I don't know if he's not Redo.
Yeah.
So it's just how he says it. So he's funny. I'm trying to think.
Who's the big bull?
Pops Vasquez?
No. The black dude he's from California. He's from Cali.
Oh, Big Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah, he be doing funny joints. He do
skits. Yeah.
Yeah. His skits are mostly funny. But then there's like all of these dudes like Jess hilarious.
Just hilarious, yeah.
She's getting at a coin, making lots of stand-up appearances. I've never seen her stand up on its own, but her skits and the news with Jazz, I just compare. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Just
with the mess. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And she parlayed into she was on that show with with
Rel. Yeah.
So.
So you can see how but look, if you're funny, you're funny. Like people say the boy Chicklet, the boy always arguing with his girl, Spanish boy.
Yeah.
So they have made a whole living for themselves from all those videos that they do where he getting screamed at and stuff like that. They got a whole life. They live out. They done moved out of their project, John. No, seriously, I used to follow Chicklet, so he'd be like, yo, I'm really blessed to some stupid videos I was making with my girl. We got a whole house. And we got a car, we got sponsorships, we got bread now.
So now is it feasible and there's some examples like Ha and Jess, can the internet comedian transform or transcend to comedian status?
Well, this dude, Moneybag Yo, not Moneybag Yo.
Mr. Commodore.
Mr. Commodore. Like, I don't never seen Mr. Commodore do stand-up.
Country Wayne
does stand-up.
Yeah.
So, I've seen his stand-up, right? But these people, Ha Davis, Jess, we never seen a stand-up special. They do shows because we follow them. Mm. But I've never seen oh, buddy, you know, I never seen a guard. I never seen that live. I don't know how you can transpose that to a bit on live
on stage.
That is different when you're looking at a 30-second snippet, you know. So it's just different funny. I wouldn't expect Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock to be funny doing Instagram skits. I don't expect them to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they was doing it before it was internet. They both
yeah, I mean, like
shows.
real
they
life.
both had sketch comedy shows.
Well, that's what writers and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff HaHa do, he be off the rip. He just be playing a character, you know, and him and his pops. Mm-hmm. He play all the roles. He put it on his iPhone. Got 1 million followers, and there's that.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird, you know, but there's a lot of people, good and bad, that's coming, like a lot of dancers. All you do is set your phone up and pop lock. But if your pop lock is really sturdy and you're really moving, somebody be like, yo, I need you in this video.
Yeah.
Yo, I need you. So it's a million different.
It's definitely a vehicle that can propel you to other avenues. It's usable.
So, my man Smokey Norfolk put up a picture during Thanksgiving and said it was a picture with him and his son, who was 16, sleeping in his arms, and was like, yo, this is the perfect part of the day. My son felt like, you know, he came in for a hug, and then he went and fell asleep in my arms like he was when he was a baby. And people, of course, got something to say, so... I thought it was a dope thing, but I'm one of those people that don't feel like everything need to be filmed and documented. You take away that genuine moment by you saying, hold on, let me get my phone out.
Yeah.
If I was to sound like, yo, Pop, I just needed...
I was just tired.
Like, you can't make it... I was about to get up. I just ate. I'm sorry. And my son ain't laying on my chest, dog. He ain't. Not if he's 16, he ain't.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I mean, I would never push my son away. You know what I'm saying? If I'm chilling, he comes sit next to me. You know, we chilling.
They're sitting next to me and it's laying on my chest like he my girl. I'm not. Y'all seen the picture?
Yeah.
The boy was snuggled.
He was. My man was nestled. He
was nestling in Smokey's boob.
But I, you know, I can. My son is 3, so I have not gotten to that stage where my son is too cool.
Yo, I was just saying, thinking right. Say like he say. You don't push him away. Like, your son be like, Daddy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Right? He's 16. He go, Daddy, come here. I need a hug. He be like, come here. I love you. And you don't linger, you don't move. You ain't gonna be like, get off me, but your brain is gonna be like, he good? Why does he feel okay? Is he snoring? Like, what? How long? You don't want to be like, no, get off me.
I wouldn't be like that at all. I wouldn't be like that at all.
If it's your 16-year-old daughter, is it a different conversation? Would somebody be looking at, oh, you're real close with your daughter, huh? Would somebody look at that and say, oh, she's 16 years old, she could fall asleep in my arms?
Yeah.
The same thing?
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, like, I post a lot. If you know me, I post a lot of pictures of my son. My daughter's too cool. She don't like to take pictures. But I think one of the main reasons why I post a lot of pictures of my son, because I had lost a son before. Right. I had lost, me and my wife had several losses, and that's just a prime example. And I know Vic don't like talking about religious stuff, but my belief is that God had promised me and my wife a child. And at the time, right before he knew that he was coming, we had given up. We started thinking about adopting. And then, we were blessed with him. So any chance that I have to share my joy through my son, I'm going to post it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's totally. I
don't post every single thing.
Right.
But and I've gotten a lot of people that say thank you. Just seeing his smile, just seeing how you are with your son has made my day. Has made me think about my father. You know what I'm saying? And
this is where I'm talking about. This is the time, the space, the opportunity to do it. Mm-hmm. Now,
when he's 3.
Well, yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Fast forward 13 years,
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm like, yo, son. Now, see, I think people's decisions and what they do are based on their experience.
Right.
So if my experience is, yo, man up, don't wallow in, it's okay to go through that emotion, but all that leaning on, like, come on, get your stuff together, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and let's attack this problem. Me sitting here nuzzling you at 16 is not helping you combat nothing.
But I think everybody has their different ways.
Yeah.
Some people are
some
super masculine and they can't show emotions.
No, showing the emotion.
But then there's other people that will embrace their son. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see anything that's overly wrong with it. I probably wouldn't do that picture. I don't know. I don't have a son that age, and I look forward to, God willing, I'm here because I'm a little older and my son is young. But God willing, I had a great relationship with my father. My father passed away, so I think that kind of pushes a lot of how I am with my son.
People do things based on what their experience. Just
exactly. Like I want to have as much interaction because life is short. I'm not promised to see. I'm not promised to see him at 16.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna hug him. I'm gonna wipe his knee, but I'm gonna get with him. I'm gonna teach him the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I pray that I make it to the age that I'm here now without my dad. You know what I'm saying?
See, like me, I'm a different person. I'm like, look, you don't got nobody but yourself. You gotta get through what you need to get through, and you gotta find happy places in your mind to go through when your pattern of thinking wants you to take you to do the wrong thing. You gotta have somebody that you can go to. Hugging on me ain't changing that at 16. Let's get down to brick and mortar and let's help solve whatever issue you got.
But it might not have been an issue. They might have just been chilling. It don't necessarily mean that it was an issue. Yeah, you ain't chilling in my arms at 16. Look, I'm swear to you. I'm not judging nobody. I'm saying, far as Vic, we not laying up, going to sleep in my arms. But you can't necessarily say that about this situation. This is one picture that he took. He might not ever. Smokey might have been taking that picture because his son don't really rock with him like that. We don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he might have got a glimpse in a time where his son had came to him.
Instead of enjoying that moment, you taking a picture.
Well,
I think
that's what people do these days.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. And I just can't really. I like to savor the moment. There's been times recently when I was like, man, I'm having a good time, and I didn't think to pull out my phone.
Yeah.
I just think it needs some of that filter that we don't need to know everything.
Yeah.
If you want to share that genuine moment, share it. But the big butt in the room, the donkey, is when you do put that out, I got the right to just give my opinion. Yeah. If I think it's weird, it's weird. It's showing something about me. Somebody look at me and say, yo, Vic, you need to look into that if you think that's weird. How are you getting your opinion? That's why I put it out there, because I can be judged.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, for me, I don't want my 16-year-old son going to sleep in my arms. We can do something. I mean, I may come from that bravado where it's like, yo, in my head, it's tough out here. And sometimes you can't run to daddy.
And then there's times where that son might have needed that to keep him from going in the street.
True.
To looking into being hustling, trying to get money to get some validation from whoever.
It's like what I used to say about women.
He might have about anybody. He might have needed that time with his dad,
and it changed his life.
To change his life. He could have been thinking about going out and killing somebody, and because he was able to sit there and embrace his dad, you know what I'm saying, that might have changed his trajectory. So
it's like what I used to say about women, like, what's a thought or a loose woman except a chick that missed a couple of hugs? No, seriously, like a couple of hugs from daddy, her issues or her thought pattern could or possibly change.
Yeah. I definitely think that your parents do shape you. You know
Good
what
or
I'm saying? Both.
Because if you
It
got
could be both. It could definitely be
when I used to
both.
talk about the 10 Commandments, I used to be like, all right, honor your mother and father, but what if they're racist?
Yeah.
And they're telling me, look, this Bible telling you to obey me, and I'm telling you niggers are bad. So if they growing up in that house and they have to honor their mother and father, their church says listen to mom and dad.
Yeah.
Your mom is saying like some hateful stuff. Does that mean you still gotta honor them?
You still should honor them, but you have to find the truth for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a thing. But I love the way we can start off on one way and go all around the world and come back on another thing. But I shout out to Smokey. I say, listen, you want to show affection? Nothing is wrong with showing affection. I just don't think that people need to see everything you do. I'm never a fan of. I'm a fan of calculated information. My social media, you don't know if I'm rich, poor, I got a girlfriend or not. You don't know what's going on. And I think there's safety in that.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think nobody.
The only thing people
Pop
can
Smoke,
find out, the only people think they can find out about you is what you tell them.
Pop Smoke got popped because his address on a pack. He was showing people a package that he got in the mail. His whole address right on the package.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just think. You don't have to show everything. Another thing I meant to say, and I just thought about it when I said the Pop Smoke reference. Casanova, the rapper, two times gang, was arrested on racketeering, like RICO charges, right? Swindling, scamming, drug. There's a murder of a kid, and he's supposed to be the figurehead. I just found it ironic that all the times Casanova screaming he outside. He ain't inside now. He inside. He had to turn himself in. And he turned himself in.
But he did a bid along.
Oh yeah, he's like. But see, here's the thing, and this is what I learned. When you do street stuff, and the feds is on you, they work long and hard on a case for you. Almost 10 years plus they can spend working on a case. You doing all this stuff. You out in the streets doing all these things. The feds are watching you commit these numerous crimes, but they building a case. Something happens. My man goes to jail. He comes out. Somebody sticks a microphone in his face, creates a beat, says, all right, do your thing. Nobody is looking for Casanova for lyrical, miracle content. You go for the aggression. You go for the be outside and the talk and the bravado. I get it. I get what his music does. But your chickens come home to roost, and now everybody like, damn, hold your head, man. That's messed up. He was out here. He was doing. His whole life is gang drug culture. How you move. Nowadays, somebody said it. All you have to do is sit and watch a social media post. All he on this island, he on that island. Money just throwing away. Yeah. Stepping on it on the floor. You're so frivolous. All the stuff you're buying your team. Filet-o, throwing up gang signs. And then you be like, why the cops got me on this?
Yeah. Like I had to tell one of the young boys I used to mentor, because we're friends on Instagram. He was always posting money, always posting guns, him with a gun in his hand. And I was like, look, man, people watch this. The feds watch this. Cops watch this. You got to be more careful.
Even if you're not on their radar now,
right?
And when you eventually they can go back and see this.
Right, exactly. Even if you're not really doing that stuff, you just
fake
posing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can have a BB gun from Walmart, but if you're sticking it in the camera, they don't know that.
Exactly, unless you color the orange tip.
Yeah,
that's how you tell them.
Yeah, that's how they do it. There was a dude just was on. They got arrested, but they got released because they was doing a prank, and they put a girl in a trunk. And she kicking and screaming, but somebody filming it. So they do that. They take the and drive off. Cops surround them like 3 blocks later. Wow. Like he's like, no, it's just a prank. They had to be like, yo, what y'all doing? Yeah, somebody saw this thing go down. This girl looking like she getting abducted, and she was just really. They were trying to film something.
Yeah. You got the pranks that are in like Walmart. People throwing rice over top of them, acting like they. Some of it's funny.
Yeah.
Some of it's funny. Yeah, when it's not you. Yo, word is born.
Cause let it, fam.
Like
let
the
me
one
be in
where
there, some rice
when the dude comes up and moans in his
your ear. Fam.
Yo, I'm firing off.
Fam.
But it was hilarious when it's somebody else.
Yeah.
I really think that culture is funny, but it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. I've seen a couple, like, when the white boys, they go into New York, they like in...
Hey, you want to catch these hands?
Yeah.
You're like, what? Yo, you want to catch these hands?
You want to shoot a fade?
Yeah, and then he throws like a pair of little hands at the ball. And then they be like, yo, you was about to get shot, son.
Yeah.
But
like, there's a couple times where they got rolled on before they even got a chance to say it's a prank.
Nah, you roll up on real people, you get real reactions.
Just be careful with the pranks.
Yeah.
The one prank that I saw, I forgot what this brother's name is. He's from Cali, but it was like a skit where he comes home, his girl's washing the dishes, and they just had a birthday party for their kid, and he brings and gives her a gift. So she's all happy. She said, "No, I hope this is tickets to Dubai," and blah, blah, blah. So she takes it out. It's another bag, so she keeps doing that for a couple times. Then she pulls out a manila envelope, and it's DNA.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's DNA results for their child.
A paternity test.
Test, and he tells her that the child's not his, and you can get out and take the child with you. But it was really a prank.
I'm so jaded that I can't really guarantee what's set up or not.
Yeah.
Even if it looks genuine, I'm still like, why would they film that?
Yeah.
Why? Let me know what's leading up to it. Why did somebody pull out their camera and it's not CCTV? It's not, they didn't get it from somewhere. Somebody pulled their phone out and start recording something, and it just so happens to go off in frame. I get...
In 1 minute.
Yeah, like it's just perfectly summed up.
1 minute for Instagram.
Nah. I think I'm pretty good on gauging what's real and what's not. But shout out to everybody that listens, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
It has been a tremendous journey that we are just getting started. Shout out to everybody that listens via YouTube. We on iTunes now, Spotify.
Yeah.
We out here, man. We out in these pod streets.
Yeah, we taking over.
We in these pod streets. We're trying to wait for the COVID thing to really get cracking with the food, but leave some comments, man. Let us know what you're agreeing on. Tell me if I'm crazy. My African heritage take. Tell me if I'm not. Tell me, where you from in Africa, because before you come in and say something to me in the comments, please have your where you from ready and ready to stand on.
Also, let's rate the plate.
Rate the plate should be making a big... we got to do a push. We got to really push our Facebook page because it's been there since day one.
Yeah.
And we just really want to get an interaction up, like rating the plate, putting it on the Fat Boy Catch Wreck page, show page.
So hopefully we can do some lives eventually. We'll be doing Facebook Live soon, hopefully after the holiday, and definitely be pumping it. We definitely have been keeping it going. But rate the plate.
And what was the other
one? The hashtag was rate the plate.
And then there's the Fat Boy certified.
Fat Boy Catch Wreck certified is for your favorite food spots. Tag us. Let us know where you guys are eating at, where we should go. We'll definitely have a spot for next week. This week we just wanted to get some topics out.
And shout out to everybody who calls and texts and gives me good feedback on the show.
Yes, thanks for the feedback. We've been getting a lot of good feedback. Rona,
shout out to you. You're always there for me. And when I need to bounce off topics or does this look good, health questions, just shout out to you. You're a very, very influential person in everything that I do. And I just appreciate you and your feedback and what you provide. So there's a lot of people that's like that. You talk to them and you like, hey, what you think about this? Say, yo, is this topic good? And, hey, I don't want to misspeak. I want to, what does that mean? She's that person for me. Like, and just
shout out to Specs.
Oh, Specs too. We tried to get you on the call, bruh. We know you busy out here saving lives, but pick up the phone.
Yeah, hit us
up, man. And
shout out to. I might as well shout out to my wife Carla. Definitely holding us down. I definitely want to. She suggested that we do some healthy choices as well. So we fat boys catching wreck. We catching wreck, regardless if it's healthy or unhealthy. So
no, I mean point driven. Like we everybody should be thinking
healthy.
Logically. And you know what's something that just we trying to wrap it up, but this bring me on to a different topic. It was funny. I was looking at this thing. Rizza Islam.
Yeah.
So he had this thing where this guy was in
about milk.
Nah, it was about food and how he works for this company and how they're purposely putting something in the food for black people to sterilize us or something.
Yeah. And
then in the comments, somebody was like, it sounds a little crazy. I don't know if the government is trying to purposely kill us. And somebody was like, well, you just read everything you believe. Like, or you read something, hear something, and you believe it. But isn't that what Rizza Islam was trying to do? Like, everybody says that. Like, oh, you just read and believe anything. But I want you to read and believe what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, here, look, I'm telling you, the Eagles are this, that, and the third. And you like, okay. He's like, but look, don't listen to him talk about the Eagles. I'm the one that really know.
Yeah.
But if I say, but he got some points. Oh, you just believe anything anybody tells you. But you telling me something.
I would say that the points that, all of the restaurants in the hood aren't the healthiest. We don't have a lot of supermarkets in the hood. We don't have...
What do you mean?
I'm talking about as far as black people. They're talking about,
Oh, black people owning restaurants.
Yeah, owning restaurants and being the choices
or
that
supermarkets.
Or the choices that we have in a hood. We don't really have the healthier choices. We have, the Chinese food spots. We had the pizza spots, soul food spots, but we don't. It's hard.
That's what sells.
Yeah, well, because that's what's there.
It's funny. 50 million
and it's
Chinese
cheap, and it's cheaper.
Whoa! Somebody put up a John. Yo, $1, 39 cents for a McDonald's hamburger.
Yeah.
A salad, $5. You know what I'm saying, right?
But that's the issue.
Yeah.
There's some cities that they have their own gardens, community gardens.
Well, people don't want to have the conversation of, don't nobody want to eat that because they don't want to eat it. Like, it's reasons why it's 50 million Chinese food places and they all making money.
Why don't people, they don't want to eat it because they're not exposed to it. It's not there. You got to go all the way out into the city to get produce. They don't have
every bodega got lettuce, tomatoes.
It's not the same, man. Lettuce, tomato. What do you have? Do they have broccoli? Do they have
at the market?
Do they have choices? Yeah, you got to go all the way to another part of the city before they would have people that would roll through with fresh vegetables.
Like back when we had the fish man, we had the vegetable
the ice man, milkman.
Yeah, so for every cart that sell cheesesteaks, it's a cart that sell fresh fruit too. Yeah, they just don't have the line like the cheesesteak boy line.
But they're not accessible.
It's a thing, and I just want everybody to have a space to. What my point was, I wasn't gonna bring down what somebody else is saying and say, oh, you just believe anything, when the person telling you their view just wants you to believe them anyway. I mean, look, could we go for a fresher angle? Word. But I'm going to tell you it personally, I can't stand eating healthy. It's not fun. It's not good. And if you ask me, would I rather a chicken salad sandwich versus a chicken cheesesteak or a chicken with some rice or something like that, I'll be lying to say that I would rather have that. No, but it's all good. We just want to say thank you to everybody, and we got some things coming in the new year. We got some things popping. We about to go into a whole different direction. We ain't forgot about the merch. We ain't forgot about none of that. Just keep hitting us up, man. And we'll keep being here, coming here for you, live and direct. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your boy, the
Fat will catch rock. No.
next to me as always.
William
Sankofa.
twice.
And we out.
Peace.
Hakuna Matata. You know? What?